Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Joey Logano's Pennzoil Vegas special for 2022. This is the Elite, so as always, take a quick look at the box. You got the generic Elite box we have for this year. They made a total of 123 of these things. Really? Not 122? Come on. Other than that, same old generic box, not worth taking a look at. Here is the car itself. As I said before, this is the Vegas special. The all-yellow Pennzoil only car that he runs at both Vegas races every year. This car's ran at only Vegas since 2017, I believe. Before that point, the Pennzoil cars would usually run at Charlotte. Like in, 2013 it ran at the All-Star race in the Coke 600. 2014 it ran at the Coke 600 and then the Charlotte fall race. 2015 it ran at Vegas, finally. And then Phoenix in the fall out of nowhere. That was really just out of nowhere. Then in 2016, it ran at Vegas and then Charlotte in the fall. 2017, only Vegas, I believe. And then I think it was 2018 when they finally did the double Vegas races. And at that point, it's run at both Vegas races every year. This is the about fourth different version of the yellow on yellow design kind of Pennzoil car. Which this honestly is one of the best looking ones. I just absolutely love that diagonal Pennzoil logo on the side. That looks so old school. I love it. That is one thing that the moving the number 4 thing seemed to help this year, is we got some sponsors that would actually, tilt their logos and stuff, and it looks so cool. It just really brings me back to the old days. So kudos to Pennzoil for using that space well, because that is fantastic. A big huge Pennzoil logo. You got the bell and everything. Beautiful. As some of you probably know, Joey Logano did actually win in this paint scheme in its second race, which was the fall Las Vegas race. This diecast is based specifically on the Pennzoil 400 version. It's got, the A-post logo from the Pennzoil 400 and everything. Like, they specifically updated this to be the Pennzoil 400 version, which is pretty cool. But anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Pennzoil. Got Ford Mustang in number 22. Down the side, you have that beautiful sideways Pennzoil logo. You got AAA Discount Tire and Auto Trader back there. Nothing on the C post. On the B post, you have Ford, PPG, Mazak, and Coca-Cola. That's funny, the Pennzoil logo is going up onto the B post. Said it has an A post logo. I want to say it's Wendell Scott, but somebody confirmed that for me, because like I said, I'm pretty sure it's Wendell Scott there, but it's hard to tell. That is honestly one of, the few times they've actually used A-post logos this year. NASCAR's, specifically avoided using A-post logos, which it does look kind of awkward right there. You see Lionel, there's a big, huge, split through the decal where the seam is, too. So Lionel can't even do very well. Anyways, it does have the one winner sticker from his Clash win. It still does have the same, pattern on the side that is supposed to be the grips on the bottle. As I've said many times, it's supposed to be these grips that are on the side of a Pennzoil bottle. It's funny to me how many people still do not understand that, or don't even realize that. I keep trying to point it out every year in the video, but this one is a little less obvious. If you remember the last year's car, do I have it somewhere around here? Oh, here's a little 164 of it. Like I said, if you remember the one he's ran the last couple years, they basically put it on the side, where this one has more of a design to it. The design honestly reminds me more of the 2016 version of the Pennzoil car. The first version of the yellow on yellow car. Honestly, the 2016 version was the weakest car, but this one improves it so much better. But I always thought this one was funny because it had it on the side, kind of where that little indent is, which to me was okay, so if people pick up diecast, most people pick up diecast like that. So you're picking it up where the grip is. I have no idea if that's intentional or not, but that was really funny to me. Anyways, back to this car. Go around to the back, got Pennzoil in 22 crew, got the Ford Michigan license plate in number 22. Does have the updated spoiler with the big clear part and the small colored part. On the deck lid, we have Jiffy Lube again. We finally got back to getting Jiffy Lube on the clean diecast again. I don't understand why that's so hard. It's always on the car, and every couple years, it's 1 year it has it, the next year Lionel's no. The years they don't put it on, somebody makes a thread on the forum and is hey, can you put Jiffy Lube on the diecast? Put it on the deck lid, and they're just no. I don't understand it. I said it's only been this is only the third clean Pennzoil car that's actually had Jiffy Lube. They put it on in like 2016 or 17, and I think it was on like 2019 or something. They, like I said, it's always a hit or miss if you actually put Jiffy Lube on the deck lid, even though it's always on the deck lid. Anyways, got snap-on on the roof. This is number 15, pretty low number there. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood. Figure out a way to open it. Then you got Pennzoil and Powered by Ford under there. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. This is an Elite, so we do still have an opening deck lid. There you can see your fuel cell and such back there. Roof flaps, of course, do open. And there's the underside of the car if you want to see that. Worth pointing out, this has a bunch of the updates, but for some reason still does have the, the logos over the vents. Like I said, that's going to be a thing that happens for a while, because I feel like some of these companies are just saying that, like, you're not putting the you're going to put it over the vents. I feel like that's probably what's happening with some of these. Early on, it was just Lionel's mistake, but I feel like some of these that are coming out that are already updated with other things. So this has the updated spoiler, it has the updated window vent thing. And like I said, they did go around and update this with the A-Post logo and everything. I love when Lionel puts the little details from specific races on the clean diecast. Wish they would do it more often. Does, of course, have the beautiful chrome Penske rims as well. Basically, the design goes around. Like I said, there's a little bit of design right there. There's design down there. There's the design up here. There's more design around the rear. I always love these paint schemes. It's just, they're cool because, up close you have all this detail and paint scheme design. You got the bottle grips. Like, it's a really cool paint scheme up close, but then far away it looks old school. It looks like just a solid yellow car. I think it looks fantastic. This is probably my favorite out of all these yellow Pennzoil cars. So 2016 is definitely my least favorite. This one improves it so much better. This is also the same matte finish that it's had since 2020. So that's really cool. I love the matte finish. I assume it's supposed to be, matte like the bottle is matte back there. Like, I'm going to guess that's the reason they make them matte, because it's, supposed to be a Pennzoil bottle on wheels kind of deal. So, will this stay like that? Perfect. Said if you want this card as a brand new release, you can get it right now. Here it is next to the 164 scale. Which, interestingly enough, as you can probably notice, for some reason the 164 scale has a black spoiler, whereas the 124 has a yellow spoiler. Not sure what happened there. It's like the 164 is still updated, like it has the A-Post logo and everything down there. So, worth pointing out that I think it's a little bit less noticeable on the 124, but like for some reason they made the number a little too tiny on the door. What I can gather, it's because it's supposed to be in between the two designs, but it's like I think they made the designs a little too big, especially this bottom one. So they basically put the logo in between their two designs like it should be, but they made the logos, or they made the design a little too big, so it made the logo, the number smaller. I don't know. Said it's a little bit less noticeable on the 124, but I really noticed it on the 164 when I had it next to like the shell diecast or something. So that's worth pointing out. But anyways, like I was saying, said there is going to be a raced version from his fall Las Vegas race, the race that got him into the Final Four and eventually to the championship. So if you want a raced version, you can get a raced version instead. That is really cool that we have both versions of this car this year now in diecast form. Because like I said, this is specifically supposed to be the Pennzoil 400 version of the car, and now we'll have the playoff version of the car too. Haven't not seen this car for next season yet. Now that I said that, it's going to get revealed probably this week, but I would hope it stays the same. Although I never expected the AAA to change, and so we got a brand new AAA car for next season, so I would have never expected that to come out of anywhere. So who knows what we get? We might end up with just, a brand new paint scheme again. I said if you're going to change it, if you're going to keep the same yellow on yellow design, please keep this car. If you're going to change it, change it back to something fun, like, a Pennzoil Platinum car or whatever. Like, if you're going to change it to a different type of Pennzoil or something. Like, if you want the yellow car, just keep this for a while, because this is just beautiful. And now it's a race-winning car, too, and a car that led to his championship, so I'd say that's worth keeping. I don't know. Remember, for all of your diecast needs, you can go to CircleBDiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you get $5 off shipping on any order over 30 or more. So go check that out if you want anything. But I think that's pretty much all there is to say. This has been a review of Joey Logano's Pennzoil Vegas special from 2022. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.